Welcome back, dear friends. This is Lit E-City, the channel of your choice for English literature. And we are back again with our series Facts That Matter, in which we cover some interesting but also very important facts related with English literature. And in today's edition, we are going to discuss some very important and interesting facts related with Black, British and Asian literature. So without wasting any time, here is our first fact, which is about the writer David Dabydeen. He is a Guyanese born and award-winning poet, novelist and critic, and he is known for his particular use of Guyanese Creole. Dear friends, Creole is a dialect that blends African, French, Spanish and Indian languages with English. We all know that Creole is a part of diasporic and colonized language, and David Dabydeen is known for using this particular language in his works. His first novel, The Intended, it was actually the story of a young Asian student abandoned in London by his father. The novel, it was widely appreciated and critically acclaimed, and it won Guyana Prize for Literature. Later, Dabydeen was awarded the Commonwealth Poetry Prize in 1984 for his book Slave Song. It is also a very popular book. Coolie Odyssey, his second collection, it probes the experience of diaspora, the journey of peasant laborers from India to the Caribbean and then to Britain. It is, we can say, a very important part of colonial history, that how people from India and other South Asian countries, they were taken to the Caribbean parts for to become plantation slaves, and how these people lost their identity and then they were moved to Britain also to be to work as slave. Dear friends, David Dabydeen is also, we can say, researcher in painting. His thesis is also based on paintings of Renaissance time. This is reflected in many of his poems, just like his long poem Turner. It takes the submerged African head in Turner's painting, The Slave Ship. It is name of a painting by a famous romantic painter Turner. But David Dabydeen focuses on a head submerged in the ship, and this becomes the starting point of the poem. Similarly, there is another poem, A Harlot's Progress, which is based on a series of pictures painted by William Hogarth in 1732. And it develops the story of Hogarth's black slave boy. Once again, Dabydeen is focusing on how these painters have put black people, or we can say these marginalized people, in the background, and he tries to bring them in foreground. Our next fact is related with another Guyanese literary writer, Michael Abensets. He is a playwright who explored the themes of race and identity in his stage and TV works. Dear friends, his first play, Sweet Talk, it was even the very first play become very popular, performed in 1973, and it was so popular that it received the George Devine Award. He wrote British television's first black drama series, Empire Road. We can say that it is a credit to him that he brought to the stage the black aesthetics, the whole black crew, actors, writers, producers, and a highly popular series. His Little Napoleons, which was produced for Channel 4 BBC in 1994, it is a 4-part comic drama depicting the rivalry between two solicitors, played by Syed Jaffrey and Norman Beaton, and focuses on the relationship between West Indian and Asian communities in Britain. It was once again a very popular TV series of the time. Our next fact related with Black Asian British literature is with very popular novel White Teeth. It is the winner of James Tate Black Memorial Prize. Also, it is a finalist of Booker Prize. It is first novel by J.D. Smith, a very, we can say, recently emerging name, a popular name. She is a British author known for her treatment of race, religion, and cultural identity. The story is about lives of two friends, Archie Jones, who is an Englishman, and he is in a very depressed state, almost failed suicide, and then he has a friendship with Samad Iqbal, who is a Bengali Muslim, and he is also struggling to fit himself into the tight-lipped British society. It's a very bittersweet, or rather comically inclined novel depicting their lives and struggles, and a very good read. And if we talk about British writers of Black origin, we should remember, we must know about George Lamming. He is a Caribbean novelist, poet, and cultural critic from Barbados. And he was just only 23 years old when living in London when he wrote In the Castle of My Skin, which draws on his island childhood of mixed African and English parentage. The Pleasures of Exile. It is a collection of essays that examines Caribbean politics, race, and culture in an international context. Also very important is his play Water with Berries, a political allegory, which is based on Shakespeare's The Tempest. The Tempest, because of its story and structure, is a favorite haunt of post-colonialist writer because they try to locate how even during the Renaissance and late Renaissance period, the mindset of British colonialization is present in various texts. A very different sort of interesting fact is about Peepal Tree Press. Now, dear friends, Peepal Tree Press is a publication house based in Leeds, England, and it is famous for the fact that it publishes Caribbean, Black, British, South Asian fiction, non-fiction, poetry, drama, and academic books. It is named after the sacred peepal trees and which were transplanted to the Caribbean with Indian indentured laborers. I have already told you about this fact, and the very famous term which was used in this context for these people was girmitia, which is basically based on the term permit, and how they all, you can read about The Hungry Tide by Amitav Ghosh, which is a haunting tale of these poor and exploited people. And Jeremy Poynting, who was the founder of this publication house, he heard a story of workers gathering under the trees to tell stories, and then he decided to name his publication house Peepal Tree Press. Bernardine Evaristo, she is the recent addition to the great legacy of British Black literature. She has become the first Black woman and the first Black British person to win the Booker Prize. She is author of 8 books of fiction and verse fiction that explores aspects of African diaspora. This is the novel Girl, Women and Other, for which she won the Booker Prize, and a very special fact is that she won it with none other than Margaret Atwood. So they both were joint winner this time. She is a very young writer, and she won it for Girl, Women and Other. She is also socially and politically very active. She co-founded Spread the Word, which is a writer development agency, and she is also Britain's first black women's theatre company owner, Theatre of Black Women. So she is working on many fronts. We come next to Look We Have Coming to Tower, which is the debut poetry collection of Daljit Nagra, who is a British poet of Indian origin. As you can see, even in the title, the wrong or funny grammatical use, what Salman Rushdie says, chutnification, we have coming to dower. This can give you the idea. The title poem is a dramatic monologue spoken by a new immigrant to England. It portrays a group of immigrants' first years in the country, from their dangerous arrival to their under-the-table jobs to their wistful hopes for the future. Dear friends, Daljit Nagra is very famous for his use of Punglish. We will talk about later. First, let me tell you, Look We Have Coming to Dower, because the title Dower, it reminds you of the famous poem by Matthew Arnold's Dower Beach, and it is used as an epigraph by Daljit Nagra in like so various, so beautiful, so new, a line from Dower Beach. The title also alludes to Auden's Look Stranger and D.H. Lawrence Look We Have Come Through. Daljit Nagra has also written Ramayana or retelling, and he is known for mixing of cultures and language in the use of Punglish, a form of Indian English influenced by the language of the Punjab. Okay friends, that's all for today. I hope you enjoyed these facts and you come to know about something important about this black or African, Asian, South Asian British literature. I hope you will explore these writers further and strengthen your preparation. Thank you friends for your constant support.